Welcome to the Chris Willis University of North Alabama Football Review. Here are your hosts, Jeff Hodges and UNA head football coach Chris Willis.
Hello and welcome to the Chris Willis Show. I'm Jeff Hodges along with UNA head football coach Chris Willis. We're here in Rome, Georgia at Barron Stadium with the UNA Lions. Picked up a 48-0 road win over Shorter. And Coach Willis, last week you felt like you got the season back on track with a big win over Florida Tech. And then today a real solid effort, offense, defense, and special teams, a big 48-0 win.
Yeah, we needed this. I know a lot of times, people, probably look back and go, well, you played an 0-6 team, they're not very good. And I'm just no disrespect to these guys, but I guess if we'd have come in here and won 7-3 or 16-10, we were probably walking away from the drawing board going, what in the world? We're not any better. But I do think we've gotten better. Thought we had a great week of practice. We've won 2 in a row. We moved the ball. I think we had 1 turnover early in the first half. I thought we got a lot of people in the game. Thought defensively, we held them to a shutout. I don't know what else you can ask when you hold people to a shutout. And we created turnovers, especially. It was a good all-around effort. Our guys, if you were standing on our sideline, you'd think we were 6-0 or, based off their attitudes. We got great attitudes. The guys are working. Unfortunately, we may have lost another offensive lineman today, and just the way it's been this year. And I don't know how Nick Taylor is, but overall we got a lot of people in the game, got a lot of people, some action. And moving forward, we're going to probably need that.
We'll talk a little bit about the offense first of all. Second week in a row, you took the kick. You were able to drive down and score, and that really, puts you in a more comfortable position playing from the lead. But finished with 506 yards. You put up 35 points in the first half, and that really had to calm things down at the half.
It did. The players have asked me, let's to take the ball, and I don't know if this stat's right, but they said the 3 times we've taken the ball, we've won, or the 3 times we've started on offense. Now, we did win the coin toss, so we chose to do that. But, that set the tempo, and that's what we needed, we needed from our offense to drive down, whether it's 3 or 7. Let's get on the board or at least win the field position. And our defense, the way they're playing right now, they're playing with some confidence and got a lot of belief in one another. And so I'm okay doing that. It worked out, and it's worked out for 2 weeks straight now.
The defense only gave up 145 total yards. Second week in a row, tremendous defensive effort. They got 2 turnovers for you, and then you also picked up 1 on special teams.
Yeah, the turnovers are huge. They always put us in good situations, come away with some points. I think we scored off both of those. And then, I think we may have got a field goal off the special teams. But, yeah, that's big. Anytime you can create turnovers. When you're struggling offensively throughout the season like we are, we'll take field position and turnovers any way we can get them.
Unfortunately, we did have 1 turnover in the first half. It came on our second possession, but we're able to hold on the ball at the end. You were able to pass the ball effectively later in the game. Got a couple touchdown passes from Rico Bruton.
Yeah, we talked about coming out in the second half. I wasn't just going to sit on it. Their coach understands our situation. We talked before the game. If he saw me throwing the ball with a big lead, he knew what we were doing. We were having to work on the passing game, and I needed to see Rico throw the ball around. I thought he got his head up a bunch of times and looked for the receivers instead of just taking off running there as the game went on. I think he got a little comfortable. So maybe that'll help us moving forward. We only hope so.
Let's talk a little about special teams. Chandler Carrera, Joe Gurley, both making field goals, did a good job. But DeJuan Smith, another couple of great returns. One was cut short by an illegal block, but again, he really helps you on special teams.
He does. He's kind of taken over for that role of Filbert Marshall in that role, and he's looked good at it. Every week he's a threat. I'm surprised so many people kick to him and give him that chance because all of his returns, he's setting us up in good field position.
We're going to come back and look at the first half in just a second. The Lions going to roll to a 48-0 lead over Shorter here in Rome.
There's a rhythm that flows here, from the way we live to the way we do business. It flows from the banks of the Tennessee River and echoes in the breeze, the downtown street corners, and the stereos that play pure Muscle Shoals gold. Since 1936, TVA Community Credit Union has been in tune with the very heart of North Alabama, watching families grow and dreams come true. North Alabama and TVA Community Credit Union in perfect harmony.
When you support Lil Steve's convenience stores, you're supporting small American family-owned businesses. They, in turn, support our high schools, community, and the University of North Alabama. When you buy snacks, drinks, and other items from Lil Steve's, you're saying, we believe in America. Visit one of these Lil Steve's locations in Florence on Pine Street and on Florence Boulevard, Cloverdale Road in Petersville, and Woodward Avenue in Muscle Shoals. Lil Steve's, where UNA shops.
Alabama's got the best in luxury hotels and golf, and the numbers to prove it. Number 1 out of all 333 Marriotts for golf, the Marriott Shoals Hotel and the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail at the Shoals. Number 2 out of all Marriotts for spa, Marriott Shoals Hotel and Spa. Luxurious rooms with a view of the Tennessee River, plus 2 world-class golf courses ranked in the top 10 nationally. Call 1-800-949-4444 today to book your reservations at the Shoals.
My pants are sagging, braided hair. Suckers stare, but I don't care. My game ain't knowledge, my game's fear. I've no remorse, so squares beware. Color.
Welcome back to the Chris Willis Show. Coach Willis, as we get ready to look at the first half highlights, you don't have to look far to find the first one. The Lions take the opening kickoff. You're going to get a 54-yard touchdown run from Nick Taylor. Great run around the right end, and that really set the tone for the day.
We've been getting in that formation. It's our Wildcat set, and I think everybody just loaded the box up. We haven't given that. I kept telling Coach Campbell, if we ever give it one time, it may score. And everybody just loads up to try to stop Dre Hall. And sure enough, we give it to Nick, and he's got speed, and there he goes. And so it worked out. It was good to see that. You know, it was a tempo setter. I really thought it got us kind of going, and it brought us to life. You know, the atmosphere today wasn't one of the best we've been around, with lack of number in attendance, and you know, just it wasn't a lot of music being played, and it was an overcast day. It was one of those days you feel like you ought to stay home, watch football all day. And so just to come out and set the tone with that big play and to get that going, I thought it kind of picked us up and got our fans going. It was a great turnout by our crowd.
And another back had a big day. Terrence Humphrey, not that many carries, but he did have 2 touchdowns. The first one was a short 1-yard run, which is kind of his specialty, a big guy, but then a nice 39-yard run around the left end to really get you going before the half.
You know, it was good to see. Terrence is a guy we wanted to see that from this year, and unfortunately he's still kind of hobbling a little bit here and there with his knee. You know, we talked before we got on this road trip, and I told Terrence I want to see him get some carries. But I also want you to let me know if that starts bothering you, if it's still ongoing. I think they're late in the game. I think, you know, you could see him limping just a little bit. I don't think it was a big deal, but something we're just trying to keep an eye on, and we're being careful with him.
And you're able to use Dre Hall and the Wildcat again, another 1-yard touchdown run there. And then Rico Bruton, a nice toss on the touchdown, 1-yard touchdown pass to Austin Hicks.
Yeah, who would have thought Dre Hall's touchdowns would come from rush this year, but that's whatever we got to do. Great player, makes things happen when he gets the ball in his hands. And then, you know, Rico is starting to throw the ball better, and he's looking good. I thought today he looked really well at times, outside of maybe 2 or 3 throws.
Take a look at our first half highlights, brought to you by First Metro Bank.
The kick from the middle of the field is to the right hash. That's where Jackson will take it right at the 2-yard line. He advances up the field at the 20, breaks 1 tackle at the numbers. Skirts it back right. He's at the 30, finally brought down. A good return from Jamal Jackson to open the game for North Alabama. Quad on the left side. Carpenter the single set right. Bruton takes the snap from Herod, running off left tackle. He has the first down out across the 45, 46-yard line. Hicks and Bruton split out wide right. Taylor comes in motion left to right. Hall hands off to Taylor, running off right tackle. He's got a big hole across the 40, 35, 30. No one will catch him. Nick Taylor into the end zone. His first rushing touchdown of the season. North Alabama strikes first. 6 points on the board for North Alabama. There's the snap, the hold, the kick. It's all good. North Alabama strikes first. It's 7-0, 13-19 on the clock in the first quarter. Rawls goes in motion left to right. A good snap to Pullum. He steps up under pressure, and he'll be sacked. Freddie Reed wraps him up, but it was Josh Amonfo creating the pressure. Damon Cox behind him to his left, and Cox will play action fake. Bruton throwing on first down, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Shorter. Hayes will be one of 3 wide receivers split out left. The single set right is Sutton. Pullum throwing on third down under pressure. Steps up, and he's sacked. Pullum goes down once again. Freddie Reed there. Jalen Daly joining as well. Brings pressure. Amonfo dances back after jumping off sides. McCoy takes the delayed snap handoff, running off left tackle, and he's smothered. Nowhere to go. Pickup of 1, maybe 2 yards. The fullback in the formation, Markham, takes the shotgun snap, running off left tackle, lowers his shoulder, breaks 2 tackles, another one. That's close to a first down. Shorter brings pressure. Bruton throwing. Quick pass left out to Carpenter. He has it at the 20. Across the 25. Makes a move. He's got the first down at the 35. Down the North Alabama sideline. 3 wide receivers right, 2 left. Bruton throwing on first down. Looking right for Hall. He's got Hall across the shorter side of the fix, the isolated wide receiver right. A good snap to Bruton. Hands off to Taylor. Running off right tackle. Bounces out across the numbers. Takes it out of bounds. Trips wide receiver right. Austin Hicks isolated left. Damon Cox is the back this time. Bruton throwing on second down, looking right for Hall. Hall makes a move across the middle of the field. Left hash, he's at the 5. He spins around down at the 2-yard line. Terrence Humphrey, the back to his left. Hicks and Hall split out wide each side. Humphrey running right up the middle, lowers the shoulder, tumbles in. They signal touchdown, North Alabama.
Humphrey just powered his way into the end zone. Good hard run there for Humphrey. The Lions are on the board again.
Carrera takes his 2 steps to his left. Good snap from Lovelace. Good hold from Gurley. And they signal good extra point. 14-0 our score. North Alabama on top. 20 seconds into the second quarter. North Alabama on third down, 1 of 3 today. Shotgun snap to Bruton. He keeps it running off left tackle up around the left hash. He's sprinting down the field, across midfield down to the 45, brought down at the 43-yard line. 2 linebackers in the game. Shotgun snap to Bruton, who takes off. Running off left tackle across the 30. He's down near the 20-foot range, struck down from behind out of bounds. Takes a snap at his helmet, trying to stretch it out left. A foot race to the pylon. He tiptoes in. Touchdown, North Alabama.
I really like Dre Hall at quarterback in these situations. He's got the speed and showcased it right there, getting to the edge. Put the Lions in the end zone again.
Snap is good. Hold is good. Kick is up. Right down the middle, they signal good. 21-0 our score, 7:44 remaining in the first half. North Alabama on top of Shorter. The big white out Ross to the right as well. Bryant goes in motion right to left. Pullum turns after getting the snap. It's intercepted. Christian Taylor across the 30 down the far sideline in the 10. 5 spins down at the 1-yard line. Christian Taylor was inches away from another pick 6 for North Alabama. Bruton comes out with 2 backs to his left. The running back is Humphrey. Bruton throwing towards the end zone, looking on the far side. The grab is made by Austin Hicks. They signal touchdown, North Alabama.
Austin Hicks, the big boy, 6'3", 230 out of Gardendale, Alabama, showed his size and strength.
Carrera's extra point is up. It's a perfect extra point. 28-0 our score. 6:39 remaining in the half. Sutton goes in motion left to right. Pullum hands off to Sutton, who's brought down in the backfield. That's Josh Amonvo. 3rd and long from the shorter 26-yard line. Pullum goes down after taking the snap, getting the sack for North Alabama. At the North Alabama 46, takes the shotgun snap, looking right. Now he'll roll, still keeping his eyes downfield. Throws to Scott across the sticks, down at the 42-yard line. Bruton takes the snap, hands off to Humphrey, running right up the middle, cuts it out left across the 30, down the near sideline. He's going to trot into the end zone. Touchdown, North Alabama.
Humphrey kicked it out to the edge, tiptoed down the sideline. The Lions are on the board again. That was a pretty run by Mr. Humphrey.
Good snap, good hold. Another good kick from Carrera. 35-0 our score. 2:20 remaining in the first half. McCoy to the right of Pullum. Trips left. Pullum throwing on first down. He's looking left. Completed to Hayes. Ball on the 41-yard line. That'll be the holder. The kick is up. Will it have the distance? It bounces well short to the right. The 51-yard field goal comes up well short, and that will send us to the halftime intermission. North Alabama 35, Shorter nothing.
Finish more projects with less. Lose the hose, the compressor, and gas cartridges. You don't need them. Experience total fastening freedom, brought to you by the Pro Preferred brand of nailers with Hitachi's line of 18-volt lithium-ion cordless nailers. They're powered by Hitachi's new compact 3-amp-hour battery that delivers all the power you need with half the weight you'd expect. And the compact 3-amp-hour batteries are compatible with all Hitachi 18-volt slide-type lithium-ion power tools for even more flexibility. Tool-free features like depth of drive, sequential or bump fire modes, and an integrated belt hook make these Hitachi cordless finish nailers convenient to use. Hitachi's 18-volt lithium-ion cordless nailers shoot more nails per charge, deliver quick response time in between drives, and consistently set nails flush, even at an angle. They're backed by Hitachi's lifetime lithium-ion tool warranty for ultimate peace of mind.
Time, a precious commodity. It marches on, ready or not. And no matter how hard we try, we can't get it back. It's important to invest your time in your most precious asset, to make time for life's big decisions. At TVA Community Credit Union, our electronic services help you spend most of your time doing things that matter most. TVA Community Credit Union, high quality for what matters most.
TNT Fireworks is a proud sponsor of UNA Lions football and the Coach Chris Willis Show, and wishes them good luck in their quest for a Division II national championship. TNT Fireworks has fundraising opportunities available for your nonprofit organization or group, earning high profits in a short period of time selling TNT quality products. Call us today or visit us on the web at tntfireworks.com. And remember, if it's not TNT, it's not fireworks. Roar Lions!
Hey friends, I'm Gene Solings. Are you looking for a place to watch the next big game? 306 Barbecue and Back Alley Sports is your spot. 306 has 30 HD TVs where the big game is always on. And Back Alley is a sports bar where the food matters. 306 Barbecue features fresh, off-the-pit barbecue along with all of your game time favorites. 306 Barbecue and Back Alley Sports where the food matters in historic downtown Florence.
When you support Lil Steve's convenience stores, you're supporting small American family-owned businesses. They, in turn, support our high schools, community, and the University of North Alabama. When you buy snacks, drinks, and other items from Lil Steve's, you're saying, we believe in America. Visit one of these Lil Steve's locations in Florence on Pine Street and on Florence Boulevard, Cloverdale Road in Petersville, and Woodward Avenue in Muscle Shoals. Lil Steve's, where UNA shops.
Welcome back to the Chris Willis Show. Coach Willis, as we get ready to look at the second half, the Lions with a 35-0 lead at the half, so you definitely felt comfortable, but a lot to prove still in the second half. One of them was holding on to that shutout, first shutout of the year, and you were able to do that.
Yeah, I probably teased the defensive staff quite a bit, and I gave them a hard time. Talked about how I think it was 200-14 and only giving up one touchdown in the last 5 years, and so I was kind of giving it to Coach Borden all week about, let's don't mess that up, and so they really they pressed that pretty hard to not give up any points. I didn't want to come out in the second half and just sit here and hand the ball up the middle, and we got things to work on, and we need to see other people get in the game. We had to move our offensive line around this week a little bit and see some different people play. We got Dawson Cazzola in, and that was good to see. We got 3 quarterbacks in. We got I think the running backs we traveled. So I wanted to get better, and I didn't want to come out here and just sit here. And I don't think we scored but 13 points, I believe it was, in the second half, but that's okay. I wanted to see if it's throw and catch in the third quarter, and that's what we were able to do.
Second half touchdown pass, 9 yards from Rico Bruton to Hagan Scott. Good to see Hagan get his first touchdown of the season. And then field goals from Chandler Carrera and both Joe Gurley. Just talk a little bit more, as you mentioned, getting a lot of guys in the game, and as you go forward with the injuries you've had, you're going to need guys with some experience, and you're able to get a lot of that today.
We were, it was good to see Hagan get a catch. The wideouts, it's not that they're a bad group, we just haven't been able to get them the football. And I thought today we were able to get it around a little bit and spread the ball around. And I can't say enough about our kickers. Joe's been solid all year punting. And Chandler got through the first game, and he's been, I don't know if he's missed since we've gotten out of that game. Maybe once, an extra point, but outside of that, he's been on fire.
The Lions get 506 yards of total offense, give up just 145. Here come your second half highlights now, brought to you by First Metro Bank.
Makes his approach. The right-footed boot is up. It's a deep kick. Carr will take it at his own 1-yard line. Brings it out across the 10. Pitches it back. He pitches it back to another player for shorter. Tight end Rigsby goes in motion to the right. McCoy takes the handoff. That's close to a safety. Back with his heels on the goal line. Gets a high kick. This is a good one. DeJuan Smith backtracks, makes an over-the-shoulder catch at the 41-yard line. Takes off across the 50, far side of the field, 30, 35, 20. He's at the 15, finally knocked out of bounds. Eamon Cox is the back to the right of Bruton. Bruton throwing on second down, looking left across the sticks. Alston Hicks makes a diving grab. Hicks The single set right. Cox goes in motion to the left. Bruton throwing on first down. He's got Hicks across midfield. He's across the 40. Breaks a tackle down the right side. The numbers 20. Drags the defender down to the 15. That's a TVA Community Credit Union first down for Austin Hicks. Cox to the left of Bruton, who's throwing on second down. Looking right. Nobody there. Now he tries to roll with it. Throws to Scott. Wide open at the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
Nice job by Bruton being patient, allowing Hagan Scott to break open across the middle. He found him, and the Lions are back on the board again.
Chandler Carrera's extra point is up, and it is good. 42-0 our score. 8:22 remaining in the third quarter. Hayes is the single set right. Fellows throwing on third down. Drops back under pressure. He's going to be sacked by Johnny Anderson of North Alabama. Throwing on second down, Hall makes the grab across the 30, knocked out of bounds into the shorter bench. Free still the back to the right of Markham, who awaits the shotgun snap from Cody Mann, throws right to Carpenter underneath across the 40. He takes off down the near sideline, spins. He's around midfield. He's finally brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Hicks, the isolated wide receiver right. Markham on a sprint out left, throwing left towards Norwood, makes the grab around the 50. Fellows takes the snap, looking left. Now he rolls, running towards the shorter sideline. He's brought down from behind. That's Maurice Burton on the bring down. Back to where he was originally lined up. Fellows tries to set up the screen. Freddie Reed deflects it. Shorter entered this ballgame, averaging 227 per game. Dwan Smith races forward to catch this low punt. Catches it at the 42. Takes off down the middle of the field. He's at the 25. Finally brought down at the 20. A great return from Dwan Smith. Polite and Hagan in the game. A high snap to Markham, who has to jump to get it. Hands off to Cox, who stretches it on the right side across the 15. He's got the first down, making this a 20-yard field goal attempt from the right hash. Carrera's kick is up, and it is good. Chandler Carrera has now connected on 7 straight field goals. That pushes the lead out to 45-0. 13:04 remaining in the contest. Shotgun snap, quick pass left to Carr. Carr immediately wrapped up by A.J. Bracey, drives the feet, drives him down to the ground. But he's had some very clutch punts, and this is a beauty. Spiraling kick called at the 20, and it's muffed. The return man drops it, scooped up by North Alabama. Johnny Anderson into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions!
How about that? A beautiful punt, and then picked up and returned. I think they'll mark it down back at the 21-yard line. I don't think you can return that,
That's
but
right.
What a gorgeous punt that was.
That was actually Nick Nichols' field goal, rather. That's Joe Gurley on to kick the field goal. Markham holds. It's good. That's Joe Gurley's first career field goal. Up and good. North Alabama pushes the lead out to 48-0. 3:03 left in the ballgame. Jeffries takes a good snap, hands off to Emmett, running right up the middle. He turns. Look at Emmett going. He's at the 50, breaks out of the pile. 40 down the near sideline, foot race 30. 20, he's at the 15, knocked down at the 10-yard line. Malik Emmett was brought down, kept his feet going, spun out, and has a big gain there.
My pants are sagging, braided hair. Suckers stare, but I don't care. My game ain't knowledge, my game's fear. I've no remorse, so squares beware. Color.
Hey friends, I'm Gene Solings. Are you looking for a place to watch the next big game? 306 Barbecue and Back Alley Sports is your spot. 306 has 30 HD TVs where the big game is always on. And Back Alley is a sports bar where the food matters. 306 Barbecue features fresh, off-the-pit barbecue along with all of your game time favorites. 306 Barbecue and Back Alley Sports where the food matters in historic downtown Florence.
TNT Fireworks is a proud sponsor of UNA Lions football and the Coach Chris Willis Show and wishes them good luck in their quest for a Division II national championship. TNT Fireworks has fundraising opportunities available for your nonprofit organization or group, earning high profits in a short period of time selling TNT quality products. Call us today or visit us on the web at tntfireworks.com. And remember, if it's not TNT, it's not fireworks. Roar Lions!
Alabama's got the best in luxury hotels and golf, and the numbers to prove it. #1 out of all 333 Marriotts for golf, the Marriott Shoals Hotel and the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail at the Shoals. #2 out of all Marriotts for spa, Marriott Shoals Hotel and Spa. Luxurious rooms with a view of the Tennessee River, plus 2 world-class golf courses ranked in the top 10 nationally. Call 1-800-949-4444 today to book your reservations at the Shoals.
And welcome back to the Chris Willis Show. Our Brink Apartments co-players of the game, quarterback Rico Bruton, defensive lineman Maurice Burton, and both those had a tremendous day. Rico rushed for 97 yards. He threw for 142 and 2 touchdowns. So we'll start with Rico.
Yeah, outside of the pick, I thought he played one of his better games, and you know, he needs some confidence, and getting player of the game is something to make him have some confidence as well. And you know, the players believe in Rico. They know he's getting better and working. If you stayed at our office pretty much throughout the week, you would think he's a coach. He's in there so much on film, and he goes out and he's the first one on the field. He's the last one to leave, so it's not a lack of effort. I'm proud of Rico. He's only going to get better. And then Maurice, and here's a guy who rotates at D-lines. There's no telling how many plays he probably would have had today if he don't rotate. We rotate about 8 defensive linemen, so that's good numbers to only be in there the amount of snaps he's in there. And then not to go unforgotten, I saw Joshua Maffo make a lot of plays as well today and had some huge numbers. He played well. He had his family here today for the first time. He's a Georgia native, so that was good, as well as Rico. That was good to also have their families here and both being Georgia guys.
6 sacks, 11 tackles for loss by your defensive unit. Tremendous job there. The challenge gets a lot bigger next week. You're facing an undefeated, nationally ranked Central Washington team. It's a big trip. We went out there a couple years ago to Western Oregon, so a similar trip. Just talk a little bit about the challenge, not only the team you're going to face, but of the trip.
Yeah, you know, outside of the team, and it's probably going to be 7-0 when we get there, is the trip itself. Jeff, you hit it dead on the head. We went to Western Oregon, I think it was 2 years ago, and I'm sitting there looking at our players, and they were yawning and just seemed like they needed a good 2-hour nap. And you know, we just couldn't get adjusted. It's a long trip, especially when you jump planes, and we're not going charter, we're going commercial. And so that's a concern. We've called from Ole Miss to Troy to Lafayette to the Philadelphia Eagles. We've called around from different levels of play to see how they handle it, and they've all given us good advice. And we're going to sit down Sunday and talk as a staff and kind of compare those notes and whether we stay on our time, their time. Do we give them a lot of downtime to rest? How do you go about it? But we're definitely, I'm concerned about that trip because it's outside of the opponent. It's a long way to go.
Of course, the Lions used to playing nationally ranked and quality teams week in and week out in the Gulf South Conference. But just talk a little bit about the state of your team right now. You've got back-to-back wins. You've got some momentum. Played very well on defensively 2 weeks in a row, and you're trying to carry that out to Washington.
Yeah, we definitely need this momentum. You know, you can use last night's games. Clemson was second in the country, got beat by a 3-3 team. The game right after that, I think it was California, was 3-3, and they knocked off the number 8 team in the country. So, we've got a lot of confidence. Our players are feeling good about everything, and we just need to go out there and do the things we've done these last 2 weeks and execute and play good defense.
UNA Lions on a roll next week at Central Washington.
Join us again next time for the Chris Willis University of North Alabama Football Review.